It's day 9 in the trial of Eric Koula, the West Salem man accused of killing his parents in their home in Berry Mills back in May 2010. And today it was the defense's turn to make its case. News 8's Pauline Lee was in court today and joins us now with the latest. Pauline?
Well, today's focus was on money and whether or not it was a motive for Eric Koula to potentially kill his parents. Now, the prosecution says it was, but the defense is trying to argue that Eric Koula was well off and financially stable. The prosecution's financial expert was the last to take the stand for the state this morning for cross-examination. The defense tried to show Eric Koula was making the majority of his credit card and mortgage payments on time and sometimes in advance. But the prosecution says if Eric Koula was so financially stable, he should not have had any trouble with the IRS.
And does that settlement agreement that was signed indicate that the defendant was receiving some money from the bankruptcy?
Right. Eric Koula signed an agreement with the bankruptcy trustee agreeing to $33,406 for the traveler's account.
And to further prove their point, the prosecution also pointed out the IRS sent Koula a letter saying there were deficiencies in his 2009 tax returns. Now, when the defense took over the trial this afternoon, they brought in their own financial expert to the stand. This expert took information from the prosecution's financial expert as well as information from Eric Koula to do her analysis of his financial status. The defense's financial expert says Koula was making his credit card payments and mortgage payments on time, and come May 2010, around the time his parents were killed, he was financially stable.
And so what does that tell us about where Eric and Christine were on May 21st of 2010?
Well, they had enough funds available to pay their payments that were coming up within the next month, approximately.
And the defense also touched on the letter from the IRS indicating Koula had deficiencies in his tax return. And they argued Koula hired a third-party company to negotiate with the IRS, and the negotiations were still taking place during the time his parents were killed.
Thanks, Pauline. And again, Koula faces life in prison if convicted.